All right, so earlier today I scored a pretty decent movie haul over at my local pawn shop. My local pawn shop actually has a pretty decent selection of DVDs, especially for 2025. That's very rare these days, but the issue is not organized. It's a bunch of schlock. It's a bunch of garbage. A lot of I don't know. I don't want to besmirch my province too much, but I don't really see a lot of people with really good taste. But so you really have to do, you put on the headphones, put on a good podcast, go through the schmuck, go through the garbage, and I put together. They have pretty good deals if you like bunch together. So I got this entire lot for $30, and I'm pretty happy with it. So let's just go right through them. First one up is Pamela Anderson's Barbed Wire. I've recently saw the trailer to this film at local cinema. It was like a art cinema, and it looked kind of fun and cheesy. Also, I saw The Last Showgirl recently, and I don't know. I'm kind of curious what that was like. I know this is like 90s Pamela's. Next one, just because I wanted to actually own this movie, not, but I didn't want to spend any money on it. This was like literally, I don't know how much the math would, like $1.50. I know it's a DVD. It's not going to be the best quality. Whatever. I didn't really love this movie, but one day I might revisit it. Lucky, honestly, this was kind of a really big blind purchase. Didn't really know much about it. Didn't look up anything about it. I kind of just want to watch this blind. There's always those movies that you just don't know anything about and you kind of just want to engage with it. But to me, what kind of interests me, it was produced by the guy who made Little Miss Sunshine. So, I'm guessing it could be good, but it could also be terrible. Next, we got Brothers Grimm. I'm wanting to do a series on directors like failures, or there's big flops that they've had in their careers, and this is probably Terry Gilliam's. I haven't seen this film, but this is like known as Terry Gilliam's probably worst, and I'm just kind of curious. Just want to check it out, see what it's like, see if it's anything good. Next, this one I'm really excited about. I was quite shocked I was able to find it there. And this is Hard Boiled. This is actually, I'm pretty sure, an out of print DVD. They had it going for $15, but with the deal, I was able to get it for pretty cheap. I'm really excited to see it. I know they have the Criterion of this film too, but that one is also way more expensive than this release. So, I've heard this film is like an excellent action. I don't know if John Woo is Japanese or Chinese. I believe it's Chinese. And, I'm just excited to see it. I think it'll be a different film. I'm not really too familiar with Chinese film. Check this out and see what it's like. Next, this is a big film I've never seen. I know, Tropic Thunder. A lot of people view this as like a modern comedy classic. I'm curious to check it out. I do know all the stuff with Robert Downey Jr. Sorry, I have Donna visiting me. But no, I want to check this out. It seems pretty funny. I've seen some clips from it. Obviously, a lot of people reference it, and a lot of people love it. So, I obviously want to check that out. Next, we got, I've heard of this film, but I don't really know if it's a good film or a bad film. I just know it's a weird Tom Cruise performance, and I like to see him in movies. Like, I hate to see him in the Tom Cruise movies, but I like to see him in movies that aren't meant to be Tom Cruise movies. And I've heard he plays like a weird, fat, old guy, like manager type. And just kind of want to see that. Also, Paul Giamatti's in it. So, also Russell Brand. So that'll be fun to be reminded of. Next, I think this is a recent film. I think this is like 2023. Yeah, 2023. So they had this for $5. So I was like, why the hell not? I've heard of it. I've seen the poster. Don't know anything about it. I've heard Jennifer Lawrence is pretty good in it. But that's about it. Next is another comedy I want to see for a long time, but have not seen. Knocked Up. It could be good. I'd like some Seth Rogen movies, but some are like real duds, and he just really is doing the same thing he always does. So I'm not really sure if that is this type of film, but it seems like an interesting concept, and I want to check it out. This is an excellent comedy, especially how well directed it is. It's actually quite surprising. This is actually a quite confident film. Does not look like it. It looks like a shitty Netflix movie, but it is not. But yeah, it's like a fun action thriller with some good comedy in it. Some of the people aren't the funniest, or they're not my type of humor, but overall, I really want to rewatch this film because I saw it when it just came out, basically. So yeah, I just want to check this out again, see if it holds up. I know it's a DVD. Wish it was a Blu-ray, but Next is a film. This is a pretty highly rated film. I've seen it once. and I just thought it was okay. Like I really love Philip Seymour Hoffman. I think he's an excellent actor, and the stuff that this film is dealing with is definitely quite compelling and interesting and thought provoking. Kind of dealing with having to be a caretaker for someone that really wasn't a caretaker for you when you were a child, and I think that's a really interesting concept for a film. I thought it didn't really execute it that well. I think I might have gave this like a 3-star film. So I want to rewatch it. Maybe I'll like it more. But I just wanted to own it because I was like, I love Philip Seymour Hoffman. So got Haggard. I think this is a Bam. This is a Bam. Bam. If you're any familiar with Jackass or La Vida La Bam, I'm not really too familiar, but I do kind of just. I've always liked. I always found him really funny and stuff like that. It was only $1, so I'm like, why the hell not? It looks cheesy. Could be really fun. It's definitely probably not. I don't know if it's a film or it's like a documentary, but I don't know. I'm gonna jump into it. Next, we've got Kundun. This is a Martin Scorsese film that I've not seen and want to check out. This I don't really know how people really place this film. Not really talked about too much for a Martin Scorsese film, but I want to check it out, see what it's like, see if it's any good. Add to my Scorsese collection, and yeah, want to check it out. It seems somewhat interesting. And the last one here is Can't Hardly Wait. I don't really know much about this film, but it's kind of like a referenced comedy of that time. And some of the people in it, it could be another cheesy 2000s comedy. Could be like, I don't know, it could be American Pie clone. I don't really know. But I was like, why the hell not? Add to the collection. I don't really mind, especially these type of comedies to be just in DVD quality. But, it could be good. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.